treat. We're going to make a peanut butter chocolate ganache pie. It can be used for any occasion, not just Valentine's. It's great for birthday parties or any time of the year. And I've been making this recipe since 2011, back when I was eating a processed vegan junk food diet. So I've completely modified this recipe. It is SOS free. It is salt, oil, and sugar free. And it is made with clean ingredients. It's so good, especially if you love peanut butter. It is high in calorie density, so just be careful with that. But the good news is that it is all made with whole plant food. So every ingredient in this is the whole food itself. So one ingredient. You're not gonna find a long list of ingredients in each of these ingredients. For example, with the date sugar, it is just dried ground dates. And with the peanut butter, it's just blended up peanuts. There's no extra oils or salts. And what I love about this recipe is that it is pretty easy and straightforward. It has 3 parts: the crust, the filling, and the chocolate ganache topping. So let's get started. Here are the ingredients you'll need for the chocolate crust, peanut butter filling, and chocolate ganache topping. You'll need almond flour, cocoa powder, date sugar, almond milk, vanilla, unsweetened and unsalted peanut butter, extra firm silken tofu, flaxmeal, and water. First, preheat your oven to 350 degrees. In a mixing bowl, you're going to add 1.5 cups of almond flour, 1/4 cup of cocoa powder, 3 tablespoons of date sugar, and 3 tablespoons of flaxmeal. Mix it all up, and you're going to break up any clumps that you see with a fork. And now you're going to add your wet ingredient, which is your 1/3 cup of water. And you're going to mix again. Once your mixture turns into a solid mass, you're going to form it into a ball. Now you can press the crust evenly into the bottom of a pie pan, and I'm using a glass Pyrex. The dough is pretty sticky, so you're gonna wanna wipe your pan if you get it all messy with chocolate like I did. This part is optional, but here I'm adding a scalloped design using my thumb all around the top of the pie crust. Now you wanna poke holes in the crust to allow the steam to escape while it's baking. You're gonna bake your pie crust for 15 minutes, and you're gonna set the timer. While your pie crust is baking, you're gonna make the peanut butter filling. So first, you're gonna get your block of extra firm silken tofu. You're gonna drain it and wrap it in a towel to squeeze out the excess water. Now place your tofu into a high-speed blender, and you're also gonna add 1 cup of peanut butter to your blender. Next, you're gonna add 1/2 cup of date sugar, along with 1 teaspoon of vanilla. Now you're gonna mix your ingredients so that everything is nice and creamy, and this is a very thick mixture. So if you feel like your blender is struggling at any point, turn it off and let it take a break. Also, you're going to wanna scrape the sides with a fork or a knife and just make sure everything is really well combined. So the peanut butter pie filling is ready, and so is your pie crust. Let your pie crust cool for about 5 or 10 minutes, and then you can add your pie filling to the crust and spread it evenly. Place your crust and filling in the fridge to firm up while you make the chocolate ganache topping. In a small pot over medium to low heat, you're going to add 1 cup of unsweetened almond milk, and you're going to allow it to boil. Once it boils, you can add 4 tablespoons of cocoa, and you're also going to add 4 tablespoons of date sugar. Mix these two ingredients up really well and allow your mixture to come to a boil. Once it boils, you can get a fork and try to break up any clumps that remain so that it's nice and smooth and creamy. And now just let your mixture simmer for about 5 or 10 minutes until it thickens. You want to stand by it and mix it constantly so that it doesn't burn. Next, take your pot off the heat and add 1 teaspoon of vanilla and mix. Let your chocolate ganache cool for about 5 minutes. After 5 minutes, a thin skin will form at the top of your ganache, so you're going to want to mix it up really well and remove any clumps because you want it smooth and creamy when you pour it on top of your peanut butter filling. Now for the fun part. Pour your chocolate ganache all over the top of your peanut butter filling and spread it evenly. Now put your pie in the refrigerator for 4 hours to let it firm up. I also put mine in the freezer for an extra 30 minutes after that. It's time to enjoy your peanut butter chocolate ganache pie. Thank you so much for watching and happy plant eating.